Well, to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have this phone with Dr. Nermen Attar, researcher in antiquities. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ladies.
Well, Dr. Attar, now the ancient Egyptians used to offer salted fish, lotus, and onions in their food during the day of Sham Nissim. Tell us more about the idea of the occasion at the ancient Egyptians era.
Sure. First, happy Shamanism to you and all your viewers.
Thank you.
First, Shamanism at the beginning was an agriculture feast, and it lasted till now, and then it turned to be a social feast. The name of this feast was Shimu at the ancient Egyptian language. Then it turned to be Shimu in Sin in Coptic, which means plant harvesting. After that, when Egypt turned to be an Arabic country, the name turned to be Sham Nissim, which meant smelling the breeze. Actually, the history of this feast, the scholars disagreed about it, as they said that it was celebrated maybe in the pre-dynastic era. After that, they said no, it had been celebrated around the 4000 BC. But almost all of them approved that this feast maybe it was dated to the 2700 BC. By the end of the third dynasty or the beginning of the fourth dynasty.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So, Dr. Attar, as we can see that Egyptians are abiding by all the traditions and even the food that the ancient Egyptians used to eat during Sham Nissim or during this occasion, are eating all the same things since the ancient Egyptians for thousands of years. So why did this happen?
Look, the Egyptians, whether the ancient Egyptian or us, we do love food. And the ancient Egyptian really liked food so much, and they put the food in every ceremony or in every feast. And for Sham Nissim especially, they ate some special food that we insist to eat it till now, like the salted fish. It was one of the most famous dish for them and also for us. The onion and the lettuce, and by the way, the lettuce and the onion were related to ancient Egyptian gods. So for them, the lettuce and the onion were some foods that symbolized to the god Min. So these foods were so important for them. As for us, the Egyptians, right now, we can't eat salted fish without lettuce and onion. For us, it's very important, and it gave a special taste for us.
Yes. So, how different, or what were the characterization of the celebration of the feast of the Shamu or Sham Nissim, as the ancient Egyptians used to call it Shamu? Or marking the start of the spring or the harvest season, as they used to call it. How was it different from nowadays, or how did they celebrate it?
Actually, it wasn't too much different. What they did, we are doing till now. When the spring comes or the harvesting season came in the ancient Egyptian time, they celebrated by going out to picnics, to farms. Even they went to the Nile River and celebrate there with the dance and sang there. If you can see that we are doing the same thing right now, maybe nowadays we're just celebrating Ramadan, but the Christian Egyptians and maybe we, after finishing our fasting, we're going also to go out and we're going to celebrate with our families, and we're going to eat the salted fish. So there is no great difference. Maybe we are just continuing the same traditions that our ancestors did in the past. We are going to do the same right now.
Yes, also, like many other spring festivals, the Easter is very well known with the eggs. The eggs are a key part of Sham Nissim celebrations. So what is the significance of the eggs, eating eggs during this celebration, or the symbol of the eggs to the ancient Egyptians?
Okay, actually, the eggs were important to all the ancient Egyptian civilizations, not only Egypt. So all the civilizations accepted or loved the egg so much, and they appreciated the eggs. As for the ancient Egyptian, the egg has a great symbolization for them, as it symbolized the beginning of the creation or the new life. For them, it was an important food, as it appeared clearly in all their celebrations, and they used to decorate it and color it. Also, they believe that when they write their dreams on the eggshell and then they put it on a special basket, after that they hang this basket on the roofs or on the trees. They believe that when the sun will shine, the sun god will, and they hope that the sun god will accept their prayers and achieve their dreams.
Yes. Also, how do you see the ways that Egyptians are celebrating, or the manifestations of celebrating Sham Nissim in Egypt?
The same, as I told you, the same. As I said before, we also color eggs. We also eat the salted fish and the lettuce and the onions. We gather together, families and friends, and we go out. So no great difference appeared. We are continuing what our ancestors did, and we are continuing what they aimed and they were looking for, that their civilization would continue. We are continuing what they used to do.
Yes, despite that eating the salted fish during this day, and with the, of course, with the fasting of the people, it may the people may feel the next day feeling thirsty.
Yes.
Despite all this, they are also are keen to eat the salted fish. So yes, yes, your comment.
It's a tradition. It's a tradition, and we can stop it. We all love salted fish or smoked fish, and those who even don't eat the salted fish or the smoked fish, they eat fish. So they are keeping the same tradition, and we can stop it.
Yes. Yes. So there are some tourists that are keen to spend the Easter here in Egypt, as the weather here in Egypt is, especially in this day, the Easter day, is completely different from any other day in during the year, and the week where the Easter lies or the Sham Nissim comes is a very good weather. So tell us about foreigners or tourists who are keen to spend the Easter here in Egypt.
Of course, if you're going to spend Sham Nissim here in Egypt, I think you're so lucky, because Egypt has very and wide range of places that you could visit, whether on air or if you would like to travel to a seaside governorate, or you can sit in a greenery place. Even if you would like to visit some museums or maybe some artistic sites. So Egypt, besides having a great weather, it also has a wide range of places that you as a tourist could have a great time spending time in it.
Yes, all Egyptians are on this day, it's a kind of, they go out to the gardens and they like to spend the time with their families, and are keen to tell us about the picture that takes place here in Egypt. We see all the people going out of the houses. Nobody stays at the house. Even only people who have a garden or a villa, and they spend the time, and they eat and gather in the gardens.
Yes, indeed. Actually, as I told you, you can travel. Almost all the people think that we can travel in a seaside governorate. I would like to spend this time by the sea, because the weather would be fascinating. If I can't travel, then I can go to a garden, and here in Cairo especially, we have a wide range of gardens. For example, many people go to the zoo, others go to the Orman, others go to the Al-Azhar Park. So they have wide places and different places, and by the way, it doesn't depend on your social or your economic level. You can celebrate this day and get use of every moment in it. Whether you are a wealthy, rich, or even you're just maybe a student, you can celebrate this day with your friends in any place here in Cairo.
Yes.
Or in Egypt.
Yes, I thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Dr. Nermen Attar, researcher in Egyptology. Thank you very much for joining us over the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we come to the end of this episode of our program, Cairo Local Time. My name is Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.